Well, hey, we are starting another What's for Dinner, and I'm going to be recreating some box meals that we've had. So the first one I'm going to do is a Tuscan bean soup. The second is a quesadilla, and I have not picked out the third yet. So you'll have to watch to the end to find out what I pick out. So let's get to cooking. So the first one I said is the Tuscan bean soup. It's from Plated, which doesn't exist anymore, but man, did they have some good soups when we were getting it. So I've laid out all my ingredients here. I've already done a prep of all the veggies, so we're just gonna start adding things to the pot. I'm gonna get the oven preheated for I just bought a French bread, and the husband will more than likely help with the crostoni or whatever you wanna call it when he gets home. But right now, I'm gonna get to the soup. So here is the Tuscan white bean soup with the Parmesan crostoni, and it says to use 2 boule loaves, but I just use a French rib. That just works better for us. Here's all the ingredients. I do use dry rosemary, cloves from a jar, and I use white wine vinegar instead of white wine. I googled it. It said that is a good substitute, and they did not have vegetable stock. They only had vegetable broth, so hopefully that's a good substitute. I have went through and done all the veggie prep, so we're gonna saute some veggies while the oven heats. Here is all my stuff, my prep veggies and everything like that. So we're gonna put in 1 tablespoon of olive oil and get that heating to a shimmer on medium-high heat, and then we will add in the leeks and carrots. So we have softened the leeks and the carrots, and we're going to add half the rosemary and all of the garlic. And this you just add in for about a minute, it says, until it is fragrant. And then we're going to add the white wine and cook 1 to 2 minutes until it is evaporated. Until mostly evaporated. Ooh, I can smell the vinegar on that. Next, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. That was not quite 2 tablespoons. It says a half a teaspoon of the red pepper flakes, but I'm just going to do a good 1/4. I don't think we want quite all that heat. It says saute stirring until fragrant. 1 to 2 minutes. I'm going to add diced tomatoes and their juices, 2 cans. And then a half a teaspoon of salt. I got my 1/4 teaspoon here. And then black pepper. Okay, I'm adding the reserved bean liquid, 3 cups of vegetable broth, and then 1 cup of water. Turning it to high because we want it to boil, and then we'll turn it back down and simmer for about 10 minutes. I have boiled it for 10 minutes. And the kale is wilted, the beans are hot, and now I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And black pepper. Give it one final stir. I think this is the most beautiful looking soup with all the colors, the beans, the carrots, the kale, the tomatoes. So there's the soup. I'm gonna dish up, grab some crostoni, and eat my supper. Here is how the crostoni turned out. You just drizzle both sides with olive oil, and then I put a little salt and pepper on, and then some shaved Parmesan. And I did 400 degrees for 6 minutes, I think, or 9. So you get a nice little toast on the back, and then your cheese is all melted good. Well, we are all done with supper, cleaned up a little bit. I have a gazillion and one dishes to do, but whatever. And the soup was delicious. The bread is like just the icing on the cake for that soup. It's so good with it. Makes a lot, so we have a lot left, so we will definitely be eating that for more than one meal this week. And so I hope you try it out and let me know down in the comments what you think. Well, hey there. I'm back recreating another box meal, and I just wanted to give you a little note about the kale soup. I don't remember what the ounces were for the kale, but I know mine was more, and I kind of forgot about that. So use less kale. Don't use the whole pack that they give you unless you get the exact amount. Even if you get the exact amount, maybe use less kale. But otherwise it was good. It was just a little more kale-y this time than I remember from times before. So I just want to tell you that. And then tonight we are making some chicken quesadillas, and my husband did this box meal before when we had it, and we all just loved it. So I kind of shortcutted the chicken breast, and I don't have the smoky red pepper crema, so I'm gonna try to just make a little crema of my own. So here is the recipe. It says it's easy bean cheesy chicken quesadilla, and the ingredient list, and the only thing I don't have is this because it came pre-made, but we're gonna try something to hopefully get it taste good. It's pretty simple. I gotta cut the scallions. You have to cook the chicken. I bought grilled and ready chicken breast strip. I'm going to heat these up like it says, and then I'll add like the scallions and the salt and pepper. I have to shred some cheese, and we'll put the cheese in there, and then you fry them on both sides and put some hot sauce on the top, and then the crema on the side. So I might just do like a chipotle crema. We do like that. So I'll probably just do that then. Just make a Cholula, and then if you want to put a little extra Cholula you can, but then you just have the sour cream. Let's get to it. So my chicken is heating up here. It's still pretty frozen, so I'm just gonna let it sizzle. And then I'm going to add the green onions that I sliced up. And then 2 tablespoons of this Mrs. Jash's Southwest blend that I just got from Walmart. So Lincoln got the first quesadilla. What do you think there, big guy? You got some crema on it and some Cholula.
For the first bite, pretty good. But I'm gonna get more of it.
Okay, get a little more. Is it cheesy and chickeny?
Mm-hmm. Nice and good.
You heard it from here, the pickiest eater in the house. Nice and good. Well, hi there. I am starting another recreating a box meal. Today I have the fully loaded pork taquitos. I remember these being really good. I have all the ingredients except the Tex Mex Paste. So I'm gonna Google that quick and see what it tells me to use. I don't know. So hopefully that'll turn out. And it's not like a super huge ingredient and I can just substitute something else in it. But I've got the oven preheated already, so I'm going to get my onion slice because then I can put the onions and pork and get that going, and I can do like the tomato and the other thing. Because you got to brown the meat and then put them in their shells and then bake them in the oven. And then you make like a salsa and a sour cream guacamole to put on the top. So that is what I'm gonna do and take you with me. So let's get to cooking. I'll show you all my ingredients here. So I got my tortilla shells and my Mexican style cheese. These are from Aldi. I've never had that before. This is from Aldi, so that's all new. There's my meat. I found a little recipe for like a Tex-Mex paste that uses vinegar, and then these like paprika, cumin, oregano, and garlic, the lime and the tomatoes and the onion, and then this is the Southwest seasoning I use. That's just from Walmart. So here's the look of the ingredients on here, and then I'll show you the backside for the recipe. And right now I'm just going to do my onions here and then get my meat going. So I have my large drizzle of oil heated, so I'm going to add the onions. And I'm going to do the onions for about 3 minutes here, and then I'll add the pork. I have a little more pork than it says, but I didn't want to like figure out 4 ounces to take off, so I have extra tortillas too if we need to make more and cheese, so it'll all work out in the end. So I'm going to saute these for 3 minutes and then get my pork in there. I love that sound of sizzling. So I got diced tomatoes, minced onion, half of the juice of a lemon, however you want to say that, and then half of the lemon zest. I just kind of zested it over 2 bowls. So I think I need to add sour cream and my guac to that one. So this is the pico, I'm assuming. Just mixing it up here a little bit. And then I think I'm going to make up my Tex-Mex paste and see if I just need to do that recipe once or twice. Okay, so I'm supposed to kind of brush some oil on this. It doesn't say to do both sides. I think I'm just going to do the back. Just says brush or rub to completely coat. So I'm going to do the back. And then this is the side I'm going to fill. And it says a heaping 4th cup. And it says put it on 1/2. And then a tablespoon of cheese. That works pretty good. And then, whoops, let's turn this here. It says roll from the filled side. This is going to be messy. And then seam side down on your baking sheet. I'm going to get going on this. I'll just do a few to show you, and then I'll just hammer them out. They're all ready to put in the oven for 8 to 12 minutes. So I'll start with 8 and see where we're at. Ouch, that's hot. I'm on the middle oven rack, And there we go. Now I have a few minutes to kind of clean up my area here and get my guac ready. There it is, all plated up, and I will give you a review when we're done. Okay, I am all done. Nick's just finishing up and he's over there making yummy noises, so it must have turned out good. Lincoln really didn't like the big onions, so you could definitely mince those and hide them a little better, and then, you know, nobody would notice. But otherwise, they turned out really good and we're really excited. And then this is the last of my 3 recipes I like to do. So this is farewell till the next cooking video or whatever video I put out after this one. So I hope you enjoy. That's been inspiration and some easy meal ideas. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.